Oh, where should I begin with this story? Well, let me tell you a bit on who I am so you know the source. My name is Lenore. It is a cliché in the horror community nowadays, but I do not care. It is my name. And I am a college student trying to get my degree while living on my own in a crappy apartment. That is all you need to know. Now, this is the part where I tell you about my life. There's not much to tell. My parents were not the best people, and leaving their home was the greatest thing that has ever happened to me so far. It made me a bit cynical of the world. Having a lackluster childhood could do that to a person. Attending classes, going to my part-time job at the gas station, and spending time in my apartment is my current life, though I admit I do get lonely, and the people around me do not have much to offer in terms of friendship. There's only so much toxic positivity that I could tolerate on a daily basis. After a month and a half of this cycle, I did have a friend. Only, it's not the living kind of friend. It was a pleasant autumn evening and had decided to enjoy this weather after contending with an obnoxious summer. Stepping out onto the patio in my sweatpants and shirt while lounging on it is one of my luxuries. Looking at the other apartments, decorated in Halloween items, was ideal at this time of the year, especially while drinking hot tea from my thermos. My phone chimed, and I looked down to see a text message, which was odd since I usually get the notifications from the apartment complex office staff, and it was in the middle of the month. Opening the message curiously, it read,
"Hello, lonely girl. A co-worker gave me your number. You seem interesting with your pastel hair and your Tim Burton outfits. Do you want coffee sometime?"
My response was, "I may if I know who you are." A few minutes had passed and it said,
"Look up and you will see me now."
That message spooked me. Do I have a stalker? Will I end up as a victim from a horror movie? So many questions raced through my mind. I glanced upwards carefully and heard the sound of a cloth fluttering in the wind and a low whistle of a strange tune. What I saw made me question my sanity. A white sheet with black butterflies for polka dots fluttered down to my level and hovered before the patio railing. Only it seemed stationary with an invisible person's form protruding from under the cloth. I could not see the person's legs or feet either. How is this possible? It defies all science and logic. I was so scared enough to only gasp, and a scream could not come out as much as I had wanted to produce a sound. Without warning, a hand was over my mouth, and I heard a young man's voice say,
"Cover your mouth, madame. It is rude."
Backing away from the entity, I said awkwardly, "Sorry about that." The sheet ghost seemed to accept my apology and patted me upon the head.
"You must not be afraid of me, my dear. Shall we discuss more inside?"
From his term of speech, I could determine that he died in earlier times. I was wary of this entity and said firmly, "Do you promise not to pull anything funny on me?"
"Of course, as you have not given me a reason to haunt you yet."
"I might as well, since I do not want the neighbors to find out about you," stating while being sensible and pushed the glass door aside. The sheet ghost swooped inside of my living room and seemed to survey the surroundings. The interior was of the bare minimum as far as decor was concerned, yet it was tidy. So at least I did not embarrass myself with having him being exposed to a mess. Then again, he could float over clutter on a floor.
"You seem to have less colorful taste, Lenore."
"Well, since I live on a very low budget, decor is expensive to me," I said, frowning slightly. A finger poked my left cheek, and he said,
"You ought to smile. A frown does not do your adorable face justice."
My face felt like it was splashed with hot pink paint, and I grinned. "I am adorable? No one has ever told me that before," admitting while being flustered.
"I could tell you're a bit of a recluse and in need of a friend. And I've seen you go about while heading to and from school and work. Would you like to tell me your reasons behind this hermit life?"
I wanted to open my heart, but considering the emotional hurt I had went through, I have decided to only give this answer. Let's say that after I have been hurt by other people and having them leave me like a rotten banana peel on the sidewalk, that being a hermit seems to be my only way to protect myself. How you could waltz into my life and I let you inside is a wonder to me so far. I paused and collected my wits to speak again. Since you know my name, is it fair that I know yours?
Oh, you can call me Spectre for now, my dear. And you're not a rotten banana peel. It would be strange to see one sing beautifully while on your walks.
I felt another splash of metaphorical hot pink paint on my face. It's not like I'm an idol. Dismissing his compliments, feeling modest.
Come now, you should be with that voice of yours. You could lure doves to your call.
I could barely process this entire conversation as reality. Events like these are not ordinary or happen every day. There's a ghost in my home who texted my phone and flirting with me in a gentleman fashion. It is strange since most men ignore me while I am this ghost's center of attention. Needless to say, Spectre has flustered me senseless. After regaining what composure I had left, my response had been, "You're way too nice to a nobody like me."
You're not a nobody to me, Lenore. There is another reason why I am here.
I then watched the sheet float to a vertical incline and flatten itself upon the wall as though suspended by invisible tacks. Images began to form on the sheet, and what he presented by his powers horrified me. He showed a slideshow of myself in the restroom of my workplace's gas station.
I have found these photographs, taken by a stalker of yours.
I think I know who it could be, I muttered, looking down to not face the images. Moments later, I felt the covered hand lift my chin up to look upward to the concealed face.
There, little songbird. Do not despair. It is to be expected from a degenerate. I will help you get this man in trouble with your boss.
How are you able to do that? I asked.
You will see what I am capable of doing.
He replied, then asked a question which flustered me again.
Would you care for a hug?
I would not mind, I said, showing a sheepish grin. I felt a warm pair of arms enfold and bring my body to a thin form beneath the cotton sheet. A hand held my head to a firm chest and stroked my hair, and the other rubbed my lower spine. As strange as an experience as it had been, I felt comfort and genuine affection from Spectre. At this point, it did not matter if he is a ghost, and I said softly, "Thank you, Spectre."
You're welcome. I must part for now, and shall return tomorrow.
I watched him swoop out of the patio door as soundlessly as he came, leaving me to ponder on these fantastic events.